Are running high. Several court challenges over the outcomes of provincial conferences have added fuel to the fire.
At least 5 ANC provinces have court action hanging over their heads. The disputes come a mere 2 months before delegates are expected to gather in Gauteng for the National Elective Conference to elect a national leader.
The ANC in the Eastern Cape in turmoil, a battle that eventually ended up in court. This follows a halt on the heels of the KwaZulu-Natal court challenges, which continue to rumble on. Add to this threats of action in the Northern Cape, Free State and the Northwest. And the picture that emerges these days, internal ANC disputes are being settled out of party structures. The stakes are high as the ANC National Elective Conference draws closer. Fallouts over provincial disputes could scupper the December conference.
The ANC will not be able to hold a conference at the end of this year unless they can find a compromise between the two factions, because if it's a hotly contested contest, then we will have the same situation at the National ANC conference as we're now having in the provinces.
Who leads the provincial delegates to the all-important December conference is at play. And this is why at least 5 provinces are seeking intervention from the courts.
But the ANC's processes to choose leaders has broken down totally. And it's broken down because nobody is prepared to accept that the people who are chosen as delegates to ANC conferences are there legitimately.
The ANC NEC has already resolved to postpone some provincial conferences.
This is an administrative directive aimed at ensuring that the period leading to the national conference is not polluted. You know, if you convene a regional conference today, it doesn't matter how you manage, how tight you can try, it will be impacted on by the national dynamics, and we're trying to save regions and provinces from themselves.
This week, the ANC at Lituli House is expected to pronounce on efforts to find political solutions to matters that have increasingly ended up in the courts. SABC News, Johannesburg.
Well, as President Jacob Zuma